you, Chris, again in the studio, and those who are listening and watching to us this morning. We are here to give you a snap peek of how schools have opened across the country, but particularly my area of interest is Koboko district. Over the years, there has been a trend that has raised our eyebrows, especially looking at the number of people who always report on first week when schools reopen. And according to the District Education Office, as per the first week, so far in primary, 18% of the learners had reported by yesterday in primary, while in secondary, 20% had reported. However, for teachers, 78% of the teachers have reported across the institutions. And this morning, I'm delighted to be joined by the District Inspector of Schools, that's Madam Rita Harriet, to give us better picture of how the reopening of schools has been across the different secondary and primary schools in the district as she continues with her inspection. Madam Rita, you're most welcome to morning at NTV Show.
Thank you.
I can hold it.
Yes, I'm Rita Harriet, the District Inspector of Schools. For the last 2 days, our turn-up at rural schools has been a big challenge. But at urban, I've seen there's a good improvement. However, we have realized that more secondary schools have reported on the past week or on the past 2 days. It's a little difficult with the primary because you see most of them are still at home. And on the side of the teachers, because of the use of teller machines, we start tracking them on day one. And it has made at least 75% of the teachers to be around. And those who are not there are those who are doing something service courses, and we believe by today they will be around in schools, and perhaps by next week we expect 100% of the teachers at school. And lessons have also started actually from day one, especially in the P5 to P7 at rural schools. Lessons started on day one. And then urban, as I speak now, I can see teachers in class already. Most classes are occupied by teachers. That means teaching and learning has kicked off. And that's what we expect with our learning institutions. Secondary, the same. All classes have started.
Maybe, Madam Rita, I want to interest myself to the outcome of the primary living examinations that the candidates sat last year. Koboko seems to have not performed well, and we are saying maybe the learners having low turn-up across the schools. Could this not have multiplier effects in the end of year examinations, especially looking at the national examination where they're supposed to compete with the rest of the candidates across the country?
Yeah, true. So when results came out, everyone was not happy to see that we are far down when we saw the national ranking. And of course, we are aware that most of the challenge is that we have very limited time to finish our syllabus because children report to school late. There are actually some institutions we find learners report to school after 3 or 4 weeks, and you can see that lost time. Then sometimes you find they start late, they end up by 3, children are already home. However, we have a discussion with the leaders, both political and technical, to see how best we can improve our learning time and even encourage parents to send the children to school, because we don't expect them to be saying maybe we don't have fees, that's why the children have not gone to school. No, for better results, we need to follow the curriculum, we need to follow the schedules. If school starts on day one, we expect parents to take their children to the schools, or children have to go for their lessons on day one, so that we can improve our performance. Yes, we seem to have not performed well, but when we compared with last year, there was a slight improvement by 5%. We also thank the teachers for the struggle, and we expect better, and we are determined. Yes.
Maybe lastly, what is the school completion and also the dropout rate in Koboko? Because this could give us a better picture for somebody who is watching us this morning to understand if we're seeing low turn-up of learners in first and second week, what could be the translation in terms of school completion rate and also dropout rate in the district?
With the completion rates, we at 35% as a district, that 35% of the children are able to finish the cycle, like after P7. But we also have a challenge with the frequent movements. You know, our zone or our region is having hosting refugees. So these refugees keep on moving, shifting from one place to another. It also affects our completion rates because you may think a child has dropped when actually the child has transferred to another school which they access. So we see a high dropout rate because we find that most children don't finish the cycle. When you see P1, you can have about 300 or 200 learners, but finishing P7, out of the 200, about 20-something in fact, are the ones that can complete the cycle. So it's still a very big challenge with our communities that really need enough sensitization. Yeah.
Maybe back to the issue of now this low turnout, us being a district, what methods the people are putting in place to ensure that we don't see the same trend happen each and every time again, and we also make sure that we at least compete with the rest of the country when it comes to the issue of performance.
Yesterday we had a beginning of term with the teachers, and in the meeting we had the RDC, the CAO. Together with the RDC, we have strategized to go and meet the parents per sub-county that is effective next week, so that we can talk to them the importance of sending children to school and even why the children should go at the required time. So there are already strategies underway that the Department of Education and the district as a whole is going to do to see that in the coming terms or years, our children are able to report in time.
Okay. Well, lastly, a message to the people.
Thank you very much. I am so grateful. However, as Koboko district, we really need enough to do. We need enough time that even engagement with stakeholders, because we see that most parents, because of limited education, by the most of our communities, our parents have never gone to school. I think that it was because of the war. So we're much hit by war. And now when people came back from exile, they could no longer join school. So as a result, they need enough sensitization or to be talked to. And parents, please, we need the children at school because we need to start assessing these children right from first and second week. I am very grateful for the schools that have already started teaching on the first week, and teachers are already prepared to actually welcome children. So parents, please, we need the children at school. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. This has been Madam Rita Harriet, the District Inspector of Schools in Koboko District, trying to give us the picture pertaining the opening of schools for first term in 2025. And perhaps she has explained a lot. I really don't want to preempt again what she has said. And let me now connect to my colleague, that is Ivan Walinyolo.